7 days ago, just 7 days ago, again,
Here we go, Bubul Tide.
Bubul Tide, he fought 7 days ago, just 7 days ago. Again, a short notice fight for him as well. Taking on against Lamgu Nilo from Jim Vengers Naharlagun.
Okay, throw it to Cargo.
Crazy. And now,
ladies and gentlemen, the fight must go on. This is bout 2 of semi-pro. Can we now have the fighter from the blue corner?
walking in the blue corner, Bubul Tide, 24 years old with a 3-2 record. And from what he said yesterday, he's rapping himself, no real gym. Started in 2023, loved MMA, and sort of like, you know, was a kickboxer since he was 2014, moved into mixed martial arts, wearing the traditional Assamese gear, tagged by his teammates with the final referee checks.
He did mention that he has been supported by his entire village and wanted to dedicate this fight to them. To Saboti Shantipur in North Lakhimpur. He's carrying a whole community, guys, here.
And you know what's nasty? He just had a fight in RFC, Sibsagar, 7 days ago. Finished his tournament, and right now he's with us in Atuto to face Lamgu Nilo.
What I mean to say is also that guys who fight so often, they're still staying in their peak, right? Especially only 7 days ago. So, excuse me. We should be looking at a relatively exciting bout from both these guys.
He was very clear that he want to keep this on feet. But he said we might be surprised by a takedown here and there.
Yeah, I mean, look, these guys are all mixed martial artists, right? They're all training in the sort of best practices that you can find these days. The training has been such that, and with the proliferation of the internet, most guys know how to fight now. You can check the levels out. Like, you can just go back like 10, 15 years ago in mixed martial arts, and you look at it now, and you see even the semis are relatively well-rounded. They've got a very, very comprehensive skill set, so to speak.
Absolutely right. And what do we think about the walkout song? Interesting choice, guys, to say the least.
I assume this is a traditional Assamese tune.
It's not it's a pop.
It's a pop tune. I'm so out of touch with Indian pop culture, like I have no idea. Apologies.
Having said
to
that,
all the fans of
having
Assamese
said that,
music.
Bubul Tide himself is Northeast title holder in kickboxing. He has said in 2023.
Sorry?
2023, he had a
kickboxing title.
state.
Oh yeah.
He's a gold medalist.
He's a gold medalist. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys are coming in from kickboxing, moving into mixed martial arts.
So his surprise element that he was talking about is going to be the ground, the takedown.
Exactly.
That's going to be an element of surprise. And his opponent, he told that they met in Patsigat Mimak fight night.
Yeah.
That happened a couple of months back.
And
so very well versed with his opponent's style. But then again, anything can happen once the cage is closed.
The unpredictability of MMA is something, is the reason why we all love the sport. We don't know what's going to happen until these guys step into the cage. All sorts of crazy stuff happens in the cage here, yeah?
Absolutely, Andrew. Bubul Tide making his way inside the octagon. An active fighter who's always battle ready.
Yep. Another thing I want to talk about as well, that he said that he has a good relationship with Lamgu, with Nilo. They're both friends, right? Like, so it's going to be interesting to see what that brings out in Bubul.
The fighter from the blue corner is in. Now people, can we have the fighter from the red corner?
As you can hear, local hero from Jim Vengers, Lamgu Nilo, only 18 years old, already with a 6-0 record.
He was very clear about choosing MMA and training in MMA for the rest of his life, since he was very poor academically and his brother advised him to pick a sport, and that's exactly what he did.
I like the fact that he's flanked by another young gun in Nandol by his side. He's another really talented kid, so you know, like, these guys are training with each other and their skills are just getting better and better and better. I remember him talking about how he wants to finish this fight with just ground and pound, beat his opponent down. So friends outside the cage, but when that cage door shuts,
it's game time.
Yeah, it's
And
game
having
time.
said that, he started his MMA career close to 2024, right?
Yeah.
Right around December. And right now we are in December, so it's almost 1 year. And in 1 year, he had 6 fights.
Look, when you're starting out, you've got to have as many fights as you can just to build up that record, right? Not
And
even
he
that,
has-
and experience as well.
And he has that confidence of being an undisputed, right?
Undefeated.
Undefeated. That's
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he did acknowledge Bulbul's striking is good.
Yeah.
I mean, and he wants to close the distance very quickly. And he has a karate background himself, actually. So it's going to be interesting
Yeah.
to see how the striking exchanges go on.
Yeah. A lot of these guys, what they do is they use their karate background, right? That sort of like jumping in quick and in and out movement to set up takedowns and to set up. Once they learn a little bit of wrestling, it really comes into its own, the karate skill set.
And here's the tail of the tape.
We've
Bubul
got-
Tayed and Lamgu Nilo. Age 21 for Bubul and 18 Lamgu Nilo. Height 5'6" for Bubul Tayed and 5'2" Lamgu Nilo. Both the fighters.
Now to Cargo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second fight of the night. This is bout to semi-pro round of fighting out of Sango Arena blue corner. All the way from North Lakhimpur, Assam, fighting in flyweight category with kickboxing gold medalist in the year 2023. Now, looking for a takedown, it is Bubul Tayed. Now fighting out of 13 Old Spirit red corner. Fighting from Jim Vengers, Narlagan, fighting in flyweight category. A year fighter with an undefeated record of 6 wins and 0 losses. He is Lamgu Karate Nilo.
All right, the second fight of the night, Lamgu Nilo taking on Bubul Tayed. Referee with the final instructions. Both these guys look determined to put on a real banger of a fight. Here we go.
Goes in straight with the head kick.
Both guys sizing each other up here.
Both the fighters starting with kicks.
That was a nice jab by Lamgu. You can hear the crowd chanting for Nilo, the hometown hero. Nice clinch entry by Nilo. He's looking to take the back. But he's got to get past. Bubul's right arm pushes him up against the cage.
Now this is exactly where Nilo wants the fight to be.
Yeah, and Bubul talked about it, right? He said that he wants to showcase his grappling and takedown defense here, not let Nilo take him down. And he's doing a relatively good job. Pushes the grappler up against the cage. A few stinging knees to the body here. These might not amount to much in the first round, but like, you know, as the fight goes on, they're going to really sap your strength. Bubul holding his own in the clinch.
An amazing back and forth on the clinch battle between these two.
Nilo needs to be a little careful about the knees that's coming to his thighs.
And some of them are like, you know, what they're doing is they're getting through and getting straight into the body. He's smart. Very smart by Bubul to prevent the takedown. He said he was working on his takedown defense, and clearly it's showing. I would like to see Nilo try to move into a single leg, which is what he's doing right now.
He is really committed to take him down.
He's fighting very hard for this takedown. It's the first round, only 3 minutes, so he can afford to go, you know, all out. He's got a nice single leg.
Can he get it? No.
Almost, and he does.
And he gets it.
I said that I'd like to see him move to a single leg, and he does. Gets the takedown right away, lands in half guard.
Now this is Nilo's territory.
Yeah, this is Nilo's territory here.
All right,
I'd li-
Andrew, if you're Bubble, what do you have to do in order to create some separation and get this fight on feet?
The first thing I'd want to do if I was in Bubble's place is with my right hand, I'd like to get an underhook. He's almost got it there. What I'd really like for him to do is to get an underhook, move Nilo to the other side and try to re-guard. If he's able to re-guard, he's going to be able to basically mitigate the damage that he's taking right now. I meant to say an underhook on the left side, not the right side. And as you can see, Nilo's refusing to let him get that underhook. He's fighting him hard for it.
It's pretty evident that Nilo is the more comfortable fighter in this position.
Of course.
Oh, that.
And not just that, he's laying down some punishment on Bubble from half guard. I would really like to see Bubble use that left arm to try and get an underhook on Lamgu's right side. That is definitely going to help him at least control the top part, the shoulders and the head of Lamgu, where he can actually now start to re-guard. But because he's not looking for that underhook, he's just on the bottom taking damage at this point. And Nilo is very smart. He knows exactly what's going on. Almost had an head and arm position. He still has the crossface.
Not much happening offensively in this fight at the moment, but Nilo is constantly looking to advance his position with 10 seconds to go in this first round.
No, what I really like about what Nilo is doing is that he's not, he's not completely active, but it's consistent punishment. Punch after punch after punch.
In the first round, it definitely looked like Nilo is not looking for a submission. He's looking for the finish.
Yeah, he's looking for the
with
ground
the
and pound
brutality
finish.
in it.
He talked about this in the fighter meetings, right? He said, he's like, I don't want to submit my opponent. I want to beat him down. I want to make him quit.
That was a great round. Great round for Lamgu Nilo.
You can see in the first round here some of the highlights.
It was 1-1 until Nilo took him down.
Yeah, they were both exchanging positions by the cage.
Yep.
But the minute Nilo got a nice single leg, he managed to run the pipe, put his butt down, exactly, right here, put his butt down, end up in half guard and just laid on punishment.
And they were throwing with bad intentions, everything with bad intentions.
I couldn't imagine, like, semi-pro elbows. I mean, how many would he drop there? Yeah.
I think we'll have Ramos,
Yeah, oh,
to
definitely.
say the least. Yeah.
Which is the selling point of the pro card, right? Like, guys are able to throw elbows there. All right, here we go, the second round. Bubul Tay taking on Lamgu Nilo.
If
Bubul needs to keep this on the feet to really stand a chance.
and maintain his distance, get the correct shots just like that.
To pick his shots, feints, keep him at a distance.
Right.
Because clearly on the ground, it's Nilo's world, yeah?
Nilo on the other side, I think he's going to try and take him down immediately because he knows that there's no match on the ground.
Bubble making the right moves, just
There you
like
go.
And
that.
he's got a double leg. Does he have his hands clasped together? He does. He's going to lift him up. And he puts
gets
him right down. Once he clears Bubul's right leg, he's going to be in half guard again, which is exactly what he's doing right now. He knows his positions quite well. He's going to put him down, pop his head out, and start laying on some punishment.
Bubul was looking at his corner, waiting for some instructions.
I would like to see Bubul try to fight for underhooks here, because that's the only way he's going to be able to move and manipulate Lamgu on top. But Lamgu right now, again, in half guard, just laying on consistent punishment.
And getting controlled for minute after minute, it just takes away your confidence, to say the least.
And not just confidence. Yeah, sure, like it takes away confidence, but it saps your strength. Like, it saps your will to fight.
All I can say is that Bubul is not showing much of that defensive style on the ground, right?
I mean, he's not taking, like, brutal punishment, but I really like the fact that he's re-guarded here. So he's going to be able to take much less damage from this position. And he needs to get his feet on the hips, open up his guard, push Nilo away and try to get up using that. He's up against the fence, and I'd like to see him cage walk a little bit.
And
shift
Nilo-
his hips.
And Nilo is doing a great job at constantly being busy with his strikes,
That's
trying to
exactly what I
advance
was saying.
his position. Bubul always has something to think about, something to worry about.
Yeah, he's just getting pounded on he's getting bombed on from the top, right? So your set of priorities at this particular point are going to be to try and mitigate damage. So I can understand, sure, maybe you don't want to get up, but you're going to have, like, it takes you've got to break a few eggs to make an omelette, right? So he's got to take a little bit of punishment, get his feet on Nilo's hips and push him away.
Less than 2 minutes to go on round 2, and it has all been Lamgu Nilo this round.
Oh, yeah. Again, laying on just consistent punishment. It might not be the fastest punches, but it's just consistent.
Now we got it.
That was a nasty right hand. I really like Nilo's ground and pound, man. Like, he's talked about it, and you can see it's just bang, bang, consistent punches. And it's going to sap the strength out of you.
Nilo definitely has the brute strength.
Yep, you can see it. Like, it's that compact body, right? And he's just pounding on Bubul.
Vicious ground and pound by Lamgu Nilo. About a minute left on round 2.
Again, he's just taking some
Couple of clean
getting
punches
bombed
there.
on. Oh, he's getting bombed on, man. Another one. Just look at this.
Vicious
But Bubul
shots.
trying for an armbar.
Can he get it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I think Lamgu Nilo is a bit too savvy for that. But I like the fact that he's opened up his guard. He's going to have to get a little bit more active. But Nilo immediately saw the opening and tried to sneak his left knee in there. Another one. Oh my God. He's just getting wailed on here.
And it doesn't look like Bubul is doing much to try and get up.
He's got an armbar here. It's almost there.
Look at that.
Beautiful work
Just
by
as I
Bubul.
said that.
No, beautiful work by Bubul, but I think Nilo is wise to it, pulls his arm out and just continues now in top position.
I think he's too seasoned to get trapped by that.
That's what I was saying. Like, he's a little too savvy for that, Dominant round by Nilo. Well,
Round
he did say he wanted to show off his ground and pound, and clearly he's showing it off. Check this out. Gets his hands clasped together, centers himself and gets him right. What I really like about this takedown that he didn't spend a lot of energy picking him up, slamming him out. It was just boop, right down, gets his butt on the ground and just goes to work.
I think what Bubul needs at this point is a knockout,
Of course,
because it's pretty evident that he doesn't have any answers to Lamgu's grappling skills.
Somewhere that takedown was easy because somewhere Bubul was anticipating that he'll come charging him.
yeah.
And before he thought of something,
And once he had his hands clasped behind Bubul's butt, it was pretty much over then. Just all he needed to do was just lift him up a little bit off his feet and just plump him on the ground. Beautiful work by Nilo. And you can see the kid his ground game is pretty good. Very aware of all the positions down
Here
there.
we go, the final round.
Bubul needs a sensational finish here. Another beautiful knee, and he's going for it, man. Oh, but he gets bundled over right into the same position next to the cage, right onto the cage.
Not good for Bubul.
No, and it's really difficult to try and pull off any submissions when your back is up against the cage. The flexibility required is inhuman. So it's very, very difficult, and he's just getting bombed on here.
Andrew, would you say that Bubul has to go off that full guard position and try and get up?
Look, the referee is not going to stand you up simply because Nilo is laying consistent damage. He's putting damage down on Bubul. So what Bubul right now, he has to try and stand up. And what I mean by that is he's got to make sure that there's some distance between him and Nilo so that he can get his feet on Nilo's hips or scramble his way out of the situation. Give up a bad position to try and stand up.
Exactly. I think at this point, Bubul doesn't have anything else to lose.
Sure, his defensive grappling is good enough to hold Nilo in guard, but he's just taking unnecessary punishment, Nilo pushes down the right knee, looking to move to half guard. He's almost there. But Bubul doing a very good job regarding, but that's just about it. He's not looking to stand up. He's looking to throw shots from the bottom, which I think is the wrong decision to make.
it's really difficult to go against a fighter like Nilo if you don't have any ground defenses, if you don't have any reply on the ground.
Yeah.
Definitely right now it looks like that.
Like, you might be able to stop a submission,
Yeah.
but what else are you going to do apart from just getting beaten up if you don't have the required skill set to get up off your back?
I mean, it's great if you just want to survive the round. This is the last round in a fight where you're down 2 rounds already. So this is not something that you want to do at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Like I look at Bubul closing his legs in guard, and that shows me that he's not looking to get up. He's comfortable in this position, but for how long?
Crowd clearly behind Lamgu Nilo.
And he's giving them something to... Oh, and there's an armbar attempt here, but again, Nilo's... You can't keep trying that. Like, Nilo's wise to it. And he's, again, bombing on him. I really like the fact that when he bombs on him with his left hand, like, he gives his right hand just to make... to sort of bait Bubul into trying an armbar, and then bombs on him again. I think both guys are a little tired now. It's the final minute of the 3rd round.
I mean, nothing really much is transpiring between them as an effective shot, but like the game right now looks in Nilo's hand.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Look, man, if you're in top control and you're laying down, again, consistent punishment, the referee is not going to stand you up, and you're winning the fight simply by doing more damage. And he's trying to finish the fight. It's just that Bubul, I guess his defensive jiu-jitsu is not half bad. Like, he's preventing a lot of heavy shots from landing, but that's just about it. He's not looking to get up. He's not looking to improve position. So it is what it is, in the words of Max Holloway. There, that's what I wanted to do. I want him to, but then he gives up on that. I'm not sure exactly if he's too comfortable there, but it's only 15 seconds left. So maybe in his head he's just like, hey, let me just sort of like take the L.
Now he's going full.
And survive the round to get a moral victory.
Yeah, a moral victory. It's a short notice fight for him as well.
Impressive performance by Lamgu Nilo. Dominant performance by Lamgu Nilo. And it's going to be a clear victory by him. A bit of a showmanship.
A tactical, controlling decision. You see the replay. The first round, beautiful single leg, straight into half guard. And here he is in the 2nd round. He's got a nice double leg takedown. Puts him down straight there. And here in the 3rd round, just laying down some serious punishment.
I mean, hey, not the most entertaining fight, but a very technical one, especially by Lamgu Nilo.
In many ways, right? Like, look, I understand, like, you're not able to get up from underneath a grappler, and a lot of people might say that's boring. But it's up to the fighter that's been put in that position to improve his position.
If something works, it works. You don't.
It works. It works. It might not be the most exciting fight out there, but I've always seen it's a win. It's a win. It's a win.
Absolutely agreed.
The judges are tallying their final scores.
I don't think it should be a difficult fight to judge.
No, I don't think so either. And now throwing it to Cargo in the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results are out. And a winner by unanimous decision is from 30-0 Spirit Red Corner, Lamgu Karate Nilo.
And your winner in the red corner, Lamgu Nilo,
Representing
Jim Vengers with a dominant victory. He said exactly what he was going to do, ground his opponent, beat him down, and snatch the victory away from him.
Effortless performance on Lamgu Nilo's behalf.
this is the first boy from Seppa taking his fight. Well, a total brutality, 12 force, came in like a bull, left like a bull.
I liked his ground and pound as well. Very consistent, and made sure that he didn't just sort of go wild and shoot his wad, so to speak.
I'm like, props to Bubu. Like, there's nothing much he could do because Nilo was consistent
Yeah.
with his impounding. Consistent. There was not a single space that he could capitalize
Also
on.
the fact that it was a short notice fight for him.
Yeah, a
I
short
mean,
notice
literally,
fight, yeah.
he was called an